Yes, fight fans, body and mind sports, my people. You are fully appreciated in this round, my guys, my people. Of course, I want to talk about Richardson Hitchins versus George Kambosos. Took place at the Madison Square Garden Theater, New York, my guys, my people. Hitchins successfully defending his IBF junior welterweight strap, my guys, my people, in his own backyard. So a successful night and a great night for Hitchins. However, before I go to that main event, let's report about two fights in the undercard that took my interest, my guys. The first, Teremoana Jr., my guys, my people, a 27-year-old heavyweight prospect, an Aussie fighter. So he's from Australia, and has a heritage steeped deep in Cook Islands. So he's of Cook Island bloodline, my guys, my people, and trust me, he is a real threat to the heavyweight division, my guys, my people. Obviously he fights under Eddie Hearn and Matchroom. Right, this was after all a Matchroom the zone fight card, and his opponent on the night was 35-year-old Alleem Whitfield, an American fighter, who Teramoana managed to stop in just one round, my guys, my people, to uplift his record now to 8 wins, still undefeated, still unequaled, and all 8 coming via KO inside 2 or less rounds, my guys, my people. As for Whitfield, you guessed, his record takes the hit now at 9 wins, 1 loss, 0 draws, and 6 coming via KO. So he went in there an undefeated fighter, came out tasting what defeat feels like, my guys, my people. And his record says he's supposed to have a bit of power. On the night, it didn't amount to anything, that bit of power on his record, my guys, my people. Although he tried severely, he tried his hardest to make it a fight. You can tell he came to win. He doesn't know what defeat felt like before this fight. However, he did look very cumbersome, overreaching at times, swinging and missing. And he looked every bit the 35-year-old that he is. And Teremoana, being the younger, very athletic, physically strong, huge. He's a unit, my guys. He took full advantage, my guys. Teremoana, who stands at 6'6". He is one of the giants, right? And came in weighing 265.5 pounds. He had 19 pounds on his opponent, my guys, my people. And he put a serious case of a beating on Whitfield. Teremoana, who's got a good jab, he's quite fast for a big man as well. And when he throws his punches, throws them with vicious intention, with his whole body weight behind it, and goes forward in momentum while doing so, my guys. So he's rushing his opponent back, as it did to Whitfield, trapping him in a corner, rained on him with a barrage of punches. The right hand was about to come in and finish the job, had Whitfield just literally curled up, and the referee jumped in and said, "Nah, I've seen enough." Great call. And great win for Teramoana, my guys, my people. If he keeps putting on these type of shows, especially as he moves up in the level of opponents, god damn, my guys, my people, he will be a definite force that the fight fans will definitely get behind. Very, very serious. He looks like a real dangerous man, Teramoana. However, those level opponents, I believe he's past it now. He's past it now. It's time to step him up real good. I know this was a step up fight, but it's time to step him up real good, at least a couple levels. By this time in his career, another fighter, Justice Hooney, also an Australian fighter with Tonga bloodline. Well, at this point of his career, where Teremoana is now, he was already fighting guys like Kevin Lerena, who is a very, very experienced cruiserweight fighter before he stepped to heavyweight. Even had Daniel Dubois finding it hard to stay on his feet after getting hit by Lorena, my guys. Lorena, who also gave Huni issues, I have to say, it did in that fight. But yes, Huni has moved pretty fast compared to Teramoana. However, Huni, who beat Teramoana in the amateurs, does have a lot more amateur pedigree than Teramoana has. That has to be considered, my guys, my people. But it's really time he needs to step it up. But talking about defeats that Teremoana has had in the amateurs, he does have 2 defeats at the hands of Jolalov, an Uzbek fighter. And that, my guys, Teremoana, yeah, it seems like he holds a grudge on that one, because he wants to get his get back in the pros, my guys, my people. First, he lost to Jolalov in Uzbekistan in 2023. Then in 2024 at the Paris Olympic Games in the quarter-finals, my guys, my people. But the name that people keep linking with Teramoana is Moses Itama, 20-year-old prospect, my guys, my people, out of here in the UK. You know, he is of Nigerian and Slovakian heritage, I believe. Hope I didn't get that wrong, right? I'm only sure about the Nigerian one because me myself, I'm Nigerian. So, well, anyway, they keep linking him and Moses Itama, but Moses Itama, only 20 years old, has been fast-tracked way faster than you know, than Teramoa. He is #1 under the WBO. That is where Itama is ranked right now. So Teremoana needs to get a move on, right? Eddie Hearn has spoken in the past that somewhere along the line you wouldn't mind matching those 2 together, and Teremoana, he doesn't mind. But however, the shmula needs to be right, my guys, my people. But I like Teremoana's plan that he's got for himself next. He wants the Aussie heavyweight strap, and so he's trying to fight some of the local boys over in Australia. Good domestic fights he's looking for. First against Troy Pilcher and Stefan Hovich, my guys, my people. So he wants those 2 fights there. I think those would be 2 great step-up fights for him. Real talent, and there's a lot of talent seemingly coming out of those ends, Australia, New Zealand, my guys, my people. I've mentioned Justice Huni, Jai Apataya as well, right? And even David Naika. I really liked David Naika too. And now Teremoana Jr. I say let's get all the talent we can from that side, my guys. They are looking amazing. Well, anyway, with that said, let's now move on to another fight in the undercard. We had Andy Cruz versus Hirinori Mishiro, a Japanese fighter, 30 years old, and the Japanese lightweight champion, my guys, my people. This bout here was a final eliminator to decide who will be mandatory to the IBF strap, my guys, my people. And you know what? Andy Cruz, fun to watch. It's becoming more fun to watch. In the beginning, I was a bit like, you know, his style is a bit amateurish, doesn't really go for the kill when he's got his opponents hurt. Always safety first, right? But that's because of his Cuban schooling. You know, he's got great footwork, good judgment of distance. But what I did like about how he's adapted his Cuban amateur schooling is that he does not just use the whole entire ring and just run around and not throw in anything. So he's very active in the ring, my guys, my people. So he's not like William Skull, who Turkey Al Sheikh might term Tom and Jerry type fighter, the type of fighter that he always runs. And Turkey says he does not want to you know, any of those fighters anymore on his fight cards, my guys, my people. Well, because he pays a lot. He pays a lot for those shows. Why would you want to pay your fighter very well for him to be running all night, my guys, my people? No point. This is entertainment, my guys, my people. Well, but Andy Cruz, since his last fight against his opponent was Gomez, I can't quite recall the first name, but he started sitting down more on his punches, although still very, very cautious, right? You know, and his team was employing him. Go for the finish. Go and crush this guy. And when he finally did take their advice and started pushing for the stoppage, you could see that Gomez was breaking down. However, that was more towards the end of the fight, my guys, my people. So yeah, that saved Gomez in that situation. Well, but in this fight versus Mishiro, damn, he put a beating on Mishiro, softened him up with that jab, and kept on the inside, brought the game to Mishiro. And Andy Cruz, who's under the tutelage of Bozy Ennis, who trains, got his gym in Philadelphia, right? He is the father and trainer of Jerome Bruce Ennis, the phenomenal talent that we know, my guys, and the trainer of Stephen Fulton as well, another great talent. So you can see what the work of Bozy has done to improve Cruz's game, because the inside work, the body shots, the right hands, you know, landing consistently. Although Mishiro himself, like a standing statue, no head movement, you know, very stiff, and always bouncing, even when he's in punching range. At times, he's getting tagged in the middle of his bounce. Ridiculous style, my guys, my people. But he wasn't just all there to get beat up. He did land some good punches as well, some good right hands and shots to the body. But Andy Cruz, it's like he was willing to take those punches. He didn't mind as long as he can get on the inside and get the stoppage. He went for the stoppage and got it. Finally, in the 8th round, was it the 8th round? Nah, in the 5th round, he got the stoppage. After an accumulation of punches from round to round to round to round to round, the referee had seen enough. He realized that Mishiro was not ready to give up, but he should have given up. And his own team, his own corner, I don't know what kind of mission they were on, possibly some kamikaze mission or something, because they should have thrown the towel in. But the referee realized, look, I need to save this man from himself. So great call, my guys, my people. And another great stoppage for Andy Cruz, who now will go on to be the mandatory of Raymond Maritala and his IBF strap, right? That is the plan. That is the plan for him to go on and fight Maritala next, my guys, my people. Maritala, who got elevated to IBF champion after Lomachenko, well, he retired and vacated the title. Some people are saying that Maritala is an email champ. No, he wasn't, because he's already fought the #1. That was in the rankings, Zur Abdullayev, to be able to earn that elevation. So he earned it. He took the strap. He was not giving it, my guys, my people. So with that said, my guys, there's also talks of a super fight somewhere along the line between Andy Cruz and Shakur Stevenson. I think that's a great fight. That is a great fight. However, I would rather see Shakur Stevenson and Gervonta Tank Davis, WBC versus WBA, my guys, my people. We need to get that fight. We need to get that fight. Tank, stop running. Please, stop running. And we shouldn't overlook Abdullah Mason. Is a real talent. I know we're talking about Andy Cruz and Shakur Stevenson, but Abdullah Mason has got star quality written all over him. He's a phenomenal talent, my guys, my people. His stoppage over Nakatila in what, 6 rounds, right? Something that Shakur Stevenson couldn't do. Shakur Stevenson was very cautious of Nakatila's power when they fought. So Abdullah Mason, don't overlook him. He's fighting for the WBO strap against Sam Noakes. But they'll be fighting for that WBO vacant strap. That, of course, Keyshawn Davis, he fumbled on the scale, not making weight in his fight against De Los Santos, you know, and so he lost the strap on the scale. Keyshawn Davis currently sidelined, so we don't really know what he's going to do, although the speculations are that he might be moving up to 140 pounds, my guys, my people. Possibly. You know, maybe Frank Martin. Is Frank Martin at 140 pounds now? Because he's a big boy for 135. If he's at 140, that would be a good fight between Keyshawn Davis and Frank Martin, I reckon. You know, but yes, that there sums up the lightweight division, my guys, my people. That sums up the lightweight division. But now comes crunch time, the main event. Richardson Hitchins stopping well, anyway, let me just give the fight record, right, for Andy Cruz. So Andy Cruz, after the Mishiro fight, now uplifts his record to 6 wins, no losses, no draws, and 3 coming via KO, my guys, my people. As for Mishiro, well, he took the hit. He's now at 17 wins, 2 losses, my guys, my people, 1 draw, and only 6 coming via KO. So not a very powerful puncher at all, my guys, my people. Now let's move on. Let's move on to the main event. We had, of course, Hitchins versus Kambosos. Hitchins, he really put a beating on Kambosos, right? Not only to retain his IBF strap at 140 pounds, but in his hometown as well of New York, and has uplifted his record now to 20 wins, still undefeated, still unequaled, my guys, and 8 coming via KO. As for Kambosos, he takes another pummeling, a birthday pummeling, because it was his birthday. So happy birthday beats there for George Kambosos. Although he fought hard and showed a lot of heart, he stayed in it even though he couldn't, my guys, my people. And yeah, his record now at 22 wins, 4 losses, and 10 coming via KO. That is George Kambosos, my guys, my people. Now 33 years old, I believe, 34, 33. Yeah. Anyway, as for Hitchins, 27 years old, my guys, the young champion, and I think he is something. He is something. How far he will go, I don't know, because there is a lot of talent. Super talent, my guys, my people. You know, but Hitchins, what I liked about him, we didn't see the usual just running around safety first, hardly throwing type style. We didn't see that. He promised he would stand with George Kambosos and he would take him out, and that is exactly what he did. The combinations, didn't get too obsessed with his work right in the ring, my guys, my people. So he didn't get too carried away and leaving himself open to get caught. He stuck to 1-2 punches at a time, 3 at the most, but he really sat down on those punches. Really sat down. And once he started digging to the body, God, that's when Kambosos started feeling it, and he got dropped in the 8th round. The referee had seen enough at that point. Kambosos, he was looking to stay in the fight, although he was not in the fight at all, and the referee saw this and stopped the fight, my guys, my people. So that was the end of it. That was the end of the fight. In the ring, he yelled out at the top of his voice, "I want Devin the Dream Haney." However, later on in the presser, he did reveal that Devin the Dream Haney actually wants to fight at 147 pounds. That would be a great fight because these two have a lot of history, social media going back and forth, my guys, my people. And recently, Hitchins also going back and forth with Bill Haney, right? So that would be a great fight. However, Hitchins says he's still got business to sort out at 140 pounds as he wants to unify, my guys, my people. And what I would say is, why don't they meet at a catchweight? You know, the same offer that was given to Teofimo Lopez to fight Haney at a catchweight 145, that same offer could be given to Hitchins, or it could be 144, right? The same catchweight which Haney and Ramirez fought at, my guys, my people. So Haney has not actually fought at 170 yet. His most recent fight with Ramirez has been at a catchweight, my guys, my people. So I think that will be a phenomenal fight. However, the fight most they can most possibly make is Teofimo Lopez versus Hitchins, who were actually linked. They were actually linked to fight in Alcatraz, the abandoned prison, right? One of Turkey Al Sheikh's adventurous locations, which he wants to put on dream fights on dream locations, right? And well, there was a date scheduled for it as well. They had a date in mind that they pushed out there, but Hitchins said he was not interested in that fight. He would rather fight for the defend his title at home, in front of his own fans, and he did so in emphatic fashion, my guys, my people. Teo, who was supposed to fight Devin the Dream Haney, right? However, he did jump in the ring. He did jump in the ring after Hitchins' win, congratulated him, and they spoke about the possibility of fighting. And it seems that they could be fighting in October if that fight gets made. If everything goes according to plan, they could be fighting in October. That would be IBF and WBO. Teofimo with the WBO strap. So that would be a unification bout at 140 pounds, my people. I say let's get it. Teofimo, who is also targeting the winner of Tank Davis versus Lamont Roach in the rematch that is being targeted for August the 16th. I have checked BoxRec. That fight has not been scheduled in yet, my guys, my people. What is going on? What is going on? I don't know what's happening there. However, Javante Tank Davis, right? I think is getting sidetracked because we know what happened in that first fight with Roach. He obviously lost, but he was given the gift decision draw, my guys, my people. All right, so he needs to be totally on his P's and Q's on this rematch, my guys. He cannot afford to mess up. Roach can afford to mess up, not Tank. Not Tank. He wouldn't hear the end of it, to tell you the truth. And trust me, he can't afford to. But it seems like he's being sidetracked. After Hitchins' win, he goes on social media calling out Hitchins, saying, when I see you, be ready. Nah, man, that just shows me that you're not focused on the mission in front of you. Are you looking for a way out from the Roach rematch? No, we can't be having that. Be focused and get the job done. Right? Or Roach might do it again this time round. It may not be so great for turn out as a win for Javante Tank Davis. They may not save him a second time, my guys, my people. So yes, that being said, let's talk about Jaron Bruce Ennis. He's moving up to 154 pounds. So he's gonna vacate his titles at 147 and move up. So that makes me say, why didn't you take the Teofimo fight? Big money fight, would have been the biggest name on your record. The most decorated fighter so far that would have been in his career. So that would have been a real scalp on his record. He messed up the chance. Why? Indecisiveness, my guys, my people. But now he's decided too late. He wants to go to 154 pounds. And I was backing him, given all this and that reason why he shouldn't face Teofimo. Dear Lord. So yeah, he's moving up, and they're saying 1 or 2 more fights than the Ortiz fight. No, Ortiz first. That's what I say. No dilly-dallying. He was saying that he would have more pop at 154, and Eddie Hearn thinks the same as well. So why not take the Ortiz fight first? You're relatively the same size, so take that fight. That has been long in the waiting since what? 147. So take that fight. First one, my guys, my people. Who else do we have? So he is moving up, right? The IBF strap could become vacated. And we know we have Paddy Donovan and Lewis Croker having the rematch after their first fight ended in a controversial disqualification, my guys, my people, for Paddy Donovan for punching after the bell. The referee was in Timbuktu, citing what was happening over in Ireland, my guys, my people. And yeah, Crazy stuff, crazy stuff. Should not be that far away. Should be there to get in between the fighters. Straight up, my guys, my people. But he failed. And Croker, I'm not, got the win. Got the win because, you know, Donovan got disqualified. So I'm not mad at the decision. I'm just mad at the ref for where he was at. Crazy stuff, my guys, my people. So they are having the rematch because of that controversy. The IBF ordered the rematch, my guys, my people, and it could have the IBF strap on the line. Croker and Paddy Donovan, number 1 and number 2, my guys, my people. So the strap will be on the line, my guys, my people, just as it was for Muratalla and Zur Abdullayev at 135 pounds, my guys, my people. And Croker, if everything should go right, and Lewis, they should be fighting around September, October. That is the news, my guys, my people. And also, George Kambosos, what next for him? He has been a big overachiever in his career. Look at his best wins. First, Mickey Bay, Lee Selby, then Teofimo Lopez, right? All by a split decision. Then Maxi Hughes gets the majority decision over Maxi Hughes. Actually, Teofimo Lopez, then Devin the Dream Haney twice, right? For the undisputed straps. Obviously, Haney won both times. And then Maxi Hughes, majority decision. I think Maxi Hughes won that fight. And went up against so yeah, Teofimo Lopez, actually Teofimo Lopez, Maxi Hughes, then he had the Haney fights, right? Then he had was it Jake Wiley? Yeah, then Lomachenko. Then so anyway, his career, he's been a bit of an overachiever and he's taken a lot of punishment so far in his career. I don't think he needs to take any more of those, going up against those upper echelon fighters. It's time for him to get in the ring with Liam Paro and let them have a good Aussie domestic dust up, my guys. It is time. The disrespect has gone too far. George Kambosos is saying Paro is jealous of his success, my guys, my people. Paro has been calling that Kambosos since December of 2024. Let's get it, my guys, my people. That would be a great fight. Both have lost to the same fighter in Hitchins. Paro, who is going up against Jonathan Navarro come the 25th of this month, and is no longer signed to Matchroom. He's now signed to No Limit Promotions. That is Paro. So I don't know how they're gonna you know, find a way to work out negotiations, which would have been easier before because Kambosos is with Matchroom, my guys, my people. So yeah, they will have to work it out anyway. But Paro Kambosos, let's get that fight. And with that said, that's all I have for you on this one, my people. Before you leave, do like, do share, subscribe. Of course, drop your comments below. And as always, stay super blessed.